remember, it's not an interview. We're just having a conversation. So I'm hooking this up to Facebook now. So we're live now, but I won't start the show for a couple of minutes because I'm gonna make sure it's on here so I can see comments and also allow people to come in, and then I'm gonna share to the Soulogy network. So just give me 1 second. Yeah, I think that's it. That's a good start. If you want to start there, that we can start there. I'm just happy you're here.
Brother, I'm honored to be interviewed by you because it's the first time I'm actually doing an interview, and
Wow.
I apologize for the English language. It's not the best. I'm more used to the Swedish and the Scandinavian language, you know.
Yeah.
So it's different. It's different kind of, you know, way of speak.
Yeah. Unfortunately, American English is probably the hardest language to learn on the face of the planet because there's so many different dialects too. Morgan struggles with my accent sometimes, but your English is beautiful. You got a beautiful accent.
Thank you, brother. I just the typing can be. I have been writing much or shared much of my insight, the wisdom that I can tap into my soul, the energy inside me, the soul energy that's also connected to different group in different density, different dimension layer.
Yes.
And it's we can talk about that also, but to share deeper things about dimensions that are below the seventh density dimension. It's mysterium. It's a mysterium, and I can tap into that mystery about the 8th density level, and further up it's the grand central, this grand central star in Galaxy. It's on the 9th level, and that's what we call the source of galaxies. And then there are highest source I call divine of the one. That is the totality of all dimensions of all the creation. It's the not the beginning. It's a loop. It's a loop. You can say
like an infinite. Well, it's beyond our comprehension. We'll try to get you to explain it to us. I'm going to roll the show out. I'm really excited. I'm really excited about this show. I know a lot of people are because you're kind of mysterious.
Yes, brother. I'm very mysterious because I have been working in background.
Yes.
I'm not very social person doing interview with people. I have get a lot of requests from many, but you I feel your energy, and I am honored to be here, and it's probably my only interview that you will have, because the things that the energy operating in my body, through my body, and the energy I'm connected with, it's Altea, Altea Energy Complex. It's a vast, coherent, intelligent energy field.
Yeah, I want to talk about that. Let me read your bio so everybody can get a little a little background on what you're talking about. This is Broder Bilal. His bio. Broder Bilal acts as a connection point for Altea Energy Complex, for not breaking the prime guidelines that governs the non-interference policy. Service is on behalf of the Great Evolutionary Cycle that is taking place in the Milky Way Galaxy. Works involved directly on the grid consciousness of Gaia by connecting subtle plasma links to the grid system, creating grid portals, opening entrance portals, and clearing energies on planetary level with the ability to affect physical matter. Most of the service has been done in the background for 11 years. Recently, he started sharing the work publicly. He is now inviting others to join him as the ground team for greater energetic impact on Gaia and on humanity. So with that being said, welcome to the show, everybody. It's an honor to have the brother here with us today. So many of you read his stuff. He has hundreds and hundreds of people on each one of his posts, commenting and engaging with some very vital information, very interesting information, and very unique, a lot of the transmissions that you put out. So I just want to thank you on behalf of everybody in the community for doing this work for 11 years and for coming today to be on SoulSpeaks 5D. So having said that, where do you want to start? Do you want to start with why you couldn't come on at the end of last year, or do you want to start with what is the Altea complex?
I would like to start with the things that to just tell you why I couldn't. You asked about doing an interview more than 9 months ago, and I said that I have very difficult issues with the breathing, and this is connected to the oversensitive in my nervous system and the energy that is operating in my body. And it's the energy, I'm a soul self of that huge, intelligent, coherent energy field from different dimensional universe. And the things I sharing now is not channeled messages. It's the mission I'm on, and I don't have any. I have no education here on Earth. I have no certification from Earth for my energy work. I have received mail from people who ask, what kind of courses have you done? And what kind of courses have you done for the energy work? And do you have any certification for doing that work? And I replied that I don't have any courses on Earth. I don't have any certification from Earth either. I have been spending most of my time uh, decoding downloads. I have been giving by my this group mind of Altea, and uh, it it's the mission. I'm not working with. I'm not part of this Earth systems with limitations that I need a certification. I need to do a course for doing my work. I I don't obey the governmental laws. Government to govern your ment. It's I don't obey any governmental laws. I follow the principles and the guidelines of Divine One, or some call it the source or God, but not the religious God that punish us and send us to hell.
Yes.
I'm very humble person. I don't hurt people. I don't hurt animals. I can't even. I feel bad if I have a spider in my room and I want to get rid of spider. I don't kill that spider. I just try to take the spider in my hand and just it's the energy in me that is it's beyond understanding of most people. Altea Energy Complex is holds the original coding for human facet, and there are the founding races of human facet, and there are many other founding races also for the reptilian, for the mantis, for uh,
So
the
is Altea in another universe? It's from a
it,
different universe, and it's one of the founding races of the human. Okay.
human
And
facet. Yes.
okay. And so are you connected to the Altea mind complex, or are you actually part of it? And
I'm
then
part of this. I'm part of this Altea Energy Complex, and the Altea. You probably heard many names that starts with Altea, Alteana, Atlantis, and so on. Atlantis was the venture of Altea, Altea, and it's some say that it's Pleiadians and so on, but Pleiadians is Altea is ancestors
yes.
to Pleiadians, to
Yes.
Syrians, to most of the races with a human facet. Altea holds the coding and have planted the seeds in many systems long time ago, beginning of this long galactic cycle. And what we are experiencing right now is it's not only shift uh, on Gaia, it's shift in the whole solar system, the whole Milky Way Galaxy, and many nearby galaxies as well.
Is this shift or this elevation, whatever you call it, is this centered on the Earth? Is it like the center point?
The center point is that when a shift when we have this galactic long cycle, then we have this galactic long cycle is also connected to the galaxy cluster that are in nearby systems with Milky Way Galaxy. And those galaxy cluster, when energetic expansion happens in few galaxies, it creates a ripple effect in nearby galaxies as well. So our work of Altea, and the name Altea, it's the name that have gone in that is the name that the seedings of Altea have not took over, but they are connected to us, and many have this, like Altea Atlantis. Atlantis was one of our ventures also, with the seeding of Atlantis, and the whole Atlantis went under because it was meant to go under. It was meant to start over because it was not as we had planned it would be.
So would you say that this cycle, that was called Atlantis, I don't know what we would call the last 6,000 years, I guess. Is this also an Altea venture as well?
It's not 6,000 years. It's more than what I can understand. It's more than it's more than 55,000 years ago when the people were spread around the whole planet, and Atlantis was the continent that was the most most connected group. With good social structure and so on, and if you remember the Plato's yes, and he talked about the rings of Atlantis, three rings with the water in the middle. That was created as a resonance energy, and I will explain more about that. I have done so many experimentation without before I understand why I did these circles, and the circles I used was with stones, round stones that I picked up on many locations, and the largest stone circle was more than 6 meters in all directions. And then a smaller circle in the
Something
after,
something like this.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So let me just show everybody. But I
Yes.
saw there's a man named Robert Sepper that is an anthropologist and producer, historian, very cutting edge, does great work. The name of his whatever you call it, it was called Atlantean Gardens, and he does documentary type things. And he did one on Atlantis, and he showed on that program, he showed how it was built.
Exactly.
And so what you're saying is that this was built purposely as an energy vortex of some sort, right?
Energy vortex, but the vortex is something that can be done by those who possess the
Yes.
inner techniques in the awareness. uh, it's about tapping into dimensions layer of your consciousness, and it can be done by those who are 5D light body activated.
Wow.
Can have that ability to create a grid vortex portals, and I have created many grid portals vortex around the whole world from distance, and the as you saw my latest project about clearing energies in larger cities.
Yes.
Yes, and that is by creating a large vortex, and that large vortex can be placed with a special et- etheric geometric crystal that holds a connection directly to the grand central star.
Yeah.
It's for uh, it's for creating, it's for clearing energies in larger cities. If you stand too close to the vortex, you will feel this uh, it, it will lift you up to your highest, not highest, but it will create a clear mental and emotional balance when you're close to that portal. And the with close I mean like a few 100 meters.
Yeah.
You can put a glass of water direct in the vortex line, and the water will become smooth, oily. It's very strong energetic output from the uh, vortex that have special crystals that are connected directly to the central sun. And
Wow.
this is I created a vortex at your place.
Yes.
And if you have someone with dowsing tools, okay, uh, just uh, just measure where this vortex is at your place. And I don't know if you did feel any different in your sleep, your
Well, let me tell you what happened. let me let me tell you what happened. Okay. 2 nights ago. So we live on an organic farm. Okay. And next to the organic farm is about 8 acres of land that's that nobody really lives on. They have a couple of horses there, and So I've always noticed the energy there since I've been here since February. Well, 2 nights ago, I had a very, very powerful activation or embodiment. Morgan and I went down to the beach. Jupiter was shining really bright, and something was happening. Something jumped in, an aspect that jumped into me. And it was very primordial. It was very ancient. And so anyway, the night went on, and we came home, and I had to go out. It must have been about 2 o'clock in the morning. So I went out to the pasture next door, and I knew something was attracting me, right? There was something was pulling me, and I visualized it. I visualized it in my mind's eye, and it was very much like this. Okay.
Oh, brother, exactly
So let me tell you,
exactly the same configuration I use in portals, because when you create vortex portals, then it's working. But the I have done this.
Yeah.
Exactly as you showed, I have done this in top of North Pole, South Pole, and larger grid portals. Every large grid portals have exactly the same circle that you showed me, that have been created by Altea with me as a connection point for that energy. And it's not that I just relax and energy flows through me. I have to use my consciousness and do it by myself with assistance of the Altea Energy Complex.
Yes, and let me ask you about this. Okay, now I did not remember until just a second ago, but I remember seeing this at 2 o'clock in the morning 2 days ago. So I walked over to this area, and it was in the back of the pasture, and I clearly could see a circle, an outer circle. I just want to tell you what happened, because I want to ask you a question. I saw a strip of light running across it, you know, like running like this, okay? Then I saw 4 parts, like 2 lines, and there was 4 parts. And I went to the center. I knew I had to go to the center, and I went to the center, and I acknowledged the 4 parts, like north, south, east, and west. And then,
did you went up to the higher dimensions?
Yes. Okay. So then what happened was, this was a very powerful day, and Morgan and I have been having them every day. And I'm just remembering a lot of this, but then I saw 12. There were 12 points around it, like 12 on a clock, right? That's what I wanted to ask you, because then I knew, or I just did it, you know, whatever, I just did it. And I acknowledge each one of these 12 points in the circle. And each one of the 12 points had another 12 in the next circle, and another 12 in okay. So that's what happened.
That's what was gift to you, because I asked you if you can give me permission, because I really honor your work, your and Morgan's work, and I would show my appreciation for the work you do for humanity, for Gaia, and for the whole galaxy and beyond dimensions of this 3D. And you said, Brother Bilal, do whatever you feel you want to do. And I said, thank you, brother. I will create a great photos next in
You
your
can't,
place.
I just gotta say, I gotta tell you, you can't make this shit up, okay? I'm telling you,
No, because
I had no idea. I had no idea that this was connected until we got here. Look,
you gave me permission.
everybody's witnessing this as it's happened, okay?
This
I mean,
is the
yeah,
this is
so,
the
but I'm telling you,
Atlantis.
I'm
This is the
telling you,
Atlantis.
yes, I'm telling you, there was 3 outer circles, there was a core, and each one of the circles had 12. Now, let me tell you why this is really interesting. Morgan and I have dimensional experiences, interdimensional, dimensional, almost really every day.
With
Okay?
this.
Well, just every day in our life, okay? When we're together. Now, one of the things that's happened is that before you did that, we were laying in bed and we were asked to step into a circle out here. I mean, we were in the bed, but we left our bodies and were asked to step into this circle, a circle of like a monad, like a soul group. And there was 24. And then it happened again, and we were taken up into one of where there was 12. 12. So it was a circle within the circle closer to source. In that circle, the energy that spoke to us was the combined energy of Morgan and me. It contained both of us, and it was speaking to us, right? So my point is we have now, Morgan and I have now seen basically 12, 12, and 12, 36 total of whatever that energy is. And your vortex, which I didn't know, that's what pulled me over there. And
that was created by me with your permission.
Yeah.
And not only me, that was created by the Altea Energy Complex, because that's it's not separated from me. It's a coherent uh, energy field where every soul self, it's a reflection of the whole energy complex as a personality. With that, I mean the rest of soul self from Altea Energy Complex are the just small variation in characters, but most of us have the same way of speaking, same way of it's like we 144,000 souls are exactly as one unified soul. We have same way of speaking, same way of uh, the, doing things. I mean, when we do in 8 density, it's one coherent entity, and I act as a connecting point for that energy, and and I do the work on planetary level. I don't work so much with humans.
Yeah.
Because it's not part of my my service here, because it's we have so many way showers that work with guiding humans, helping humans in their awakening, in their uh, road to the enlightenment. But my work is directly with the whole planet, with the grids, with the whole planet, I mean with the grid consciousness of Gaia and the grid portals. I I started to create grid portals around end of 2008, and it was connected to 4 density light body activation, and it happened on massive level. My first awakening was 2003, and I can promise you that many of your listeners will remember 2003, 2018. No, 2008, 4D activation light body, and then one date that also many can remember, 2014 February, when 5D light body activated on massive level, global level. And 5D light body, we will discuss that more. And the sensitive for many people who have 5D light body activation, and the sensitive, many of those can experience, because it's very uh, uh, finer wavelengths in 5D body operating, and many of them are sensitive to the waveform in physical matter. With a waveform, I mean that the normal waveform in atoms is spherical in nature, and that doesn't cause any discomfort. But when you use crystals, and you put 3 crystals, quartz crystals, close to each other, that creates a feedback system. Means that one crystal affects the other affects the, it creates a round feedback system. With that feedback system, it creates very high resonance that will affect the spherical waveform of physical matter. And the normal waveform is spherical. If you are aware of the bones, I forgot the name. So sorry, but it's it's a old it's a old pioneer in discovering this more than 100 years ago.
But you're saying that waveforms are spherical, right?
Waveform in physical matter are spherical, means that it's round waveform.
Yes, yeah, I can see that.
If you use some energy tools, there are so many energy tools that can affect that normal spherical waveform, that does not cause any discomfort in nervous system. But if you have done experimentation with energy tools, that can make like small variation small kind of variation in the waveform, so it's not spherical anymore. And that small variation, uh, they needs to be synchronized for getting it's for those who are sensitive, for getting a better sleep. Okay.
Where does the pyramid energy come in? And what I mean by that is this is two-dimensional, but I'm speaking multi-dimensional because I'm being shown this. Okay, so you have this, all right, and there are multiple ones, 3-dimensional, 4-dimensional, 5-dimensional. I'm being shown this right now. Okay, I don't know.
So sorry if I just interrupt you with this. Is it okay for me? It will take just 5 minutes. Can I just send you some downloads right now with your permission, and do open up your whole energy field, your whole energy center, and you will feel that, and it will be much more easier for me to understand, and it will done with a collective of my Altea group. And
yeah, I think it's actually already started, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, I go ahead and just relax with your permission. I will start now, and thank you. I'm starting now. Okay, just give a feedback when it's done. It will take 5 minutes only. Just relax, and I will open up there are 9 chakras. I work with a 9 chakra system as the 9 creation level. Everything's built on 369.
Yes.
So we start now. Just relax. You don't need to have any meditate or something. You will feel the energy. Just tap into and connect to Altea. Have the intention on Altea, and I have your permission, and I will start now. Thank you, brother. You have one block in the third eyes. So now it's done. How do you feel, brother?
I feel great.
Did you feel the energy?
Yeah, it started. They started talking to me 5 minutes ago, and they started downloading stuff to me.
Yes, that was the meaning that
And then you did it, and it completed. Yeah. So they started talking to me. They presented themselves to me as 12 with a figure in front of them that looked like an upside down triangle. Like maybe it was a ship, I don't know. And then there was a discussion. They said what they said what you said. They said it first though. Up here at the higher level, they said, are you open to receive? Are you to communicate, to connect? We would like to share information with you. We would like to share information with
exactly
in the audience. And we if we can exchange this information from
Thank you, brother.
That's what they told me. And we'll give you this information. Will you give us information? They said it was equal exchange. And then you said what you said. So it was like it happened there in the ethers, and then it happened here in the physical.
The 12 are the resting. They are 13 connecting points. The remaining 12 are those who I've been looking for Altea Complex, but I don't know where on Earth they are. They are here on Earth. So I'm connected with them as the whole Altea Energy Complex is actually a one coherent, unified entity, not entity, vast, complex information field.
Yeah. Yes. I saw it before you asked me if I was open to that. I saw it, and it was so huge. It was so profound. It took my breath away. I mean,
Brother,
I saw it. There's no words for it, but I saw what they represent and what they contain.
Brother, thank you.
And it was, I started to cry because it was just like, and it was pure love, pure intention. It's just pure.
Brother, you know I love you. As the first mail I received from you was that, Bilal, thank you so much for the work you do for humanity, the planet. I'm very honored. And you asked about doing an interview, and I said that I have very difficult to breathe, and I need some I'm honest. I need some volume just to get to just be able to talk, because the things I did in previous location in Nashta was a few years ago, when I couldn't handle the energy, when I couldn't handle the energy.
Continue. You couldn't handle the energy.
I couldn't handle the energy on on this on this 3D and 4D level, because when I get so many requests also in back then about people who want help and wants energy healing on personal levels and so on. So I help a few people, but the problem was when doing this without really with grounding too much energy from higher finer wavelengths from different density layer and grounding this in our 3D level. It's very strange, perhaps for many of your listeners also, that the thing I experienced was that many surroundings object around me, especially glasses, ceramic, and not textiles, or not textiles in that way, but if you just drop water on the textile that have been close to me when I do this grounding of higher energy without really having learned that throughout. Things around me got same properties that quartz crystals, meaning that the shape was the same. Glass looked the same, like this teacup is also made of clay and so on, could have the same properties like crystals. With crystals, I mean that they amplify the Wi-Fi signals, the geometric grid systems, Curie line, Hartmann line, and so on. And when you do this in Mashta on several locations, you can't go to your friend and tell them, please just throw your things, because they affect my breathing. It's very difficult for people to understand that. But I can't crystallize. I can crystallize physical matter in 3D in crystalline structure on a subatomic level.
I got you. Yeah.
They look the same, but they act as a quartz crystal on subatomic level, yeah, amplifying the whole geometric grid system, Curie lines, yeah, this Beckerman lines, this Hartmann lines, and that's causing the breathing problem. And the thing is that if I just can have a bigger camera, wait, I will see, is pin video, stop video, so okay. I could crystallize material around me in very strange subatomic way, because they could function as quartz crystals
Okay.
without changing the shape.
Is this something that everyone will learn to do, or will it even be necessary, or is this just something you're able to do and you utilize it for the work that you do?
Everyone will be able to do this once they uh, once they uh, come to the next level. With next level, I mean perhaps after the event. After the event wave.
After the event, is that what you said?
After the event, our gifts will come back.
A lot of people have talked about that. There's been a lot of dates given.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like the solstice, everything's leading up to the solstice. Is it going to happen around the solstice, if there's going to be that type of event?
No, it's not. No, it's the event is happening that cannot be defined by one single moment.
Thank you.
And
Let's put that to rest. Yeah.
And still it can be defined by one single moment. Every being on this planet will feel at once.
Okay.
If you understand.
Yes, I do. In a non-linear way, I absolutely understand it. Thank you for that explanation. So everybody, please stop saying it's gonna, But now let me ask you this question.
It's gonna not happen this year. This year is still a year of. Just let me give a clear overview of your listener.
Okay.
Every month since start of what I can recall, December was in November I had this golden energy, so golden ones.
Yes.
They are those who are in 8 density. It's the council. I work with the higher councils, also the Altea. Yeah. Altea is working with many higher councils in many solar systems. Yeah. Me as a part of connection point on Earth with 12 others, we work with Altea, as Altea is part of the council in Saturn, the 8 density council in Saturn. If you have studied the law of 1 and the council of 9, and it's one law of 1 is most complex channeled messages in long time. It's so complex, but it is for those who can understand the complexity within soul levels. And for many it's too complicated. They like to read more easier channeled messages that is about reminding you how powerful you are. Yeah. You are the divine, you can do whatever you want and so on. But I like, if someone asks me, Bilal, can you give me advice? I'm stuck here in my life. I don't know what to do. I have seen many who give them advice, encouraging advice, like everything will be okay. You are part of the source.
Yeah.
Everything is fine. You shine love. Just trust your inner guides, and they share encouraging messages, but they don't. Uh, they can share encouraging messages, but then after a while they are still stuck in the same repeating mode, because it's not about giving good empowering words. I use more technical details, like start with raw food. Number one, start with exercise. Number two, uh, place your energy center, your head, away from the geometric grid system. Curry line, Hartman lines are the most things.
How do you do that? How do you point your head away from the grid system? How do you do that?
How I connect to the grid system.
No. How you said point your head away from the
Mhm.
grid system? Is that what you said? Number three?
No, point head. Don't put your head in Curie lines
Okay.
or Hartman lines
Okay.
on Becker grid also, but that it's like that is uh, that is not that harmful compared to Curry line and Hartman line, because the Curry line, Hartman line has now been has is smaller compared to 10 years ago. So that's the name sleep issues is mainly caused by the overload we have by cooked food, because cooked food is not undigestible,
Okay. Okay.
undigestible, because uh, live food, raw food, contains enzyme. Not only enzyme, but it's also full of electromagnetic field and electricity. That's what we need. With enzyme, the thing with enzyme are that they break down all the things in the food that will make it easier for our body to not use our own enzymes.
Mm.
Digestive enzymes means that we have more energy, and it doesn't create any autoimmune response, means we have more energy and much clearer mindset. And you can try this by your own, by natural digestive enzymes. Okay, you don't need to eat a breakfast, because eating a breakfast, as many do, will cause your blood sugar level at peak for the first 2 hours, and then you are hungry again. You need to eat something again. The thing is that uh, how you start your day, that first hour will create more hunger for the rest of the day. And if you eat something just after you go to bed, you will not get full recovery, because the whole body, especially if you eat cooked food, the whole body will uh, can't recover, because it will take all the energy to digest the food that that can't be digestible. The best thing is to eat raw food. You can, I promise you, brother, I will share something about this noble water, H3O2, deoxydonium. It's the fountain of youth, because I mean that with I mean that really, because H, when they say that our body is comprised by water, many think, oh, it's H2O, the normal water. Our body consists of normal water that we drink from the this pipes line that go in. No, the normal water. It's H2O that is not arranged in geometric shapes. And this H3O2 deoxydonium, it's a heavier water type that it's the same water that our body consists of. It's not H2O. H3O2 is a
H3O2.
water molecule that 80 to 85, 90% of all water in our body consists of H3O2, deoxydonium. And when you exercise, physical exercise, body produce more of that water. Or you can also produce that water by putting, this is very important, I hope your listener can understand that. You can buy a mixer, a fruit mixer, and you can buy neodyme magnets, very strong one, and put plus here, minus here, plus here, minus here, and so on. You have plus, 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 and minus, minus, minus in a fruit mixer, and you add lemon, because lemon will create or vinegar will create a kind of the same. When you extract ormus material, you use the same strong acid, and there will come up oil. Oil, you can dry that oil, it will become powder in different colors. And that powder is the combination of all noble metals, and you can also have small quantities of white powder gold. But the thing is that white powder gold, it's it's very interesting things if you know how to program that white powder gold, because white powder gold is actually a battery it's like a battery that can hold a lot of electrostatic field, and most of people who use white powder gold forget to charge up that white powder gold with their inner abilities.
Okay.
When you can charge that white powder gold with your inner abilities, it will almost become like a small dose of uh, LSD without the confusion. You get all the color shines brighter.
Yeah.
If you are a smoker and you just took white powder gold and you try to smoke a cigarette, brother, you will not be able to smoke the cigarette. You will feel how bad taste. You will, it's uh, it it it's it creates a very strong energetic flow in the whole body.
So what you're saying is, let me just try to pull this all together. Our bodies, our vessel is essentially, it's energy. It's energy, and we can actually cultivate our energy field. Basically, we can cultivate our energy field, which creates, which I guess in some way in the physicality creates the experience of the higher dimensions in terms of seeing the colors, in terms of your connection, in terms of your in terms of abilities that we have in the ethers that we can also have here, based on doing these things. Now, let me say this. Let me ask you this. Are these things, this expansive field within each one of us, is it going to happen anyway over these next few months with the ascension energies that are upon us on the earth?
This is very important because I have decoded the whole axle, the whole every month we have a crystal core activation started around 5 December, and we had a next one around 4th January, and that showed, and I know that I was meditating and I just had this inner feeling to connect to some very some very finer energy wavelengths that I have not been presenting to the collective mind of humanity, and it showed in this in this satellite image that a huge wave, I can send you that link, huge wave, and just hit Earth. And the next month we have the same. And if you remember, if you remember, it was in it was in March. It was in March, March, April. It was in March, April when we had this very strong activation on 4th May.
Yeah.
That was also connected to the to the core crystals.
Yeah.
And every month we have activation in the core crystals, and that is causing heavy feeling. We
Yeah.
get tired, we get exhausted, we sleep a lot of time, and then we have this next acceleration. The gateway opens. I can send you a link. The gateway opens around the 3rd, 4th, 5th with a solar stream entering, and when the gateway is open, energy needs to be connected to that, and that's what I have been done to present energy, present energy to our collective field. With other in my teamwork. There are 12 other also.
Yeah.
As you said, 12
I saw
in
you.
the circle, you know.
I saw you.
And the 13th one is here.
Yeah. Let me ask you something. You know, I'm in a divine conscious union, and that's not why I'm asking this question. I'm asking this question because I'm seeing a lot of very powerful pairings of people. It may look like romance, but it's not. It's some type of, to me, it seems like some type of purpose-oriented connection between two people. And it's happening, I'm seeing it happen in many, many places to many people very quickly and somewhat unexpectedly. Is this part of a initiative from the higher levels? Is there something to the connection between two people that then develop that third energy and the 369 that you talked about?
Yes.
Okay.
369. I just have to tap into that before I can give you a clear answer. We have the day today. We have 13. If you saw my last session when I invited other in this connecting this incoming link into core crystals and grid systems, many have sent me mails, and many have written on the comments that I feel so tired, I'm so exhausted. And I did a post about that on the 5th. On the 5th this month, and I wrote very clearly that every month from now on we will experience activation. The activation start of every month, next start of every month with a gateway influx open 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And James Esteen, I don't follow him, but some have pointed out that his data also coincide with the gateway coding, decoding I have done, and the 11, 12, 13 is the next acceleration.
Okay.
First is the crystal core activation, then is the next acceleration.
Yeah.
Then we have the gateway influx at 20, 21, 22
Yeah.
with integration
Yes.
of the activation and acceleration. And that is perhaps important for many of your listeners and the ascending tribes. My work is primarily with the ascending tribes and the blessed ones. I don't work much with humans on individual level. If I have got so many requests from people who ask for healing.
Yeah.
I healing in you know what you call this healing. I don't use word healing. Uh, I use uh, uh, a tuning
A tuning.
of
A tuning. Yeah. Tuning.
electromagnetic
Yeah.
field with acceleration of your energy centers, and many people don't grab that because they are used to the old, you know, the old not system but the old uh,
Yeah.
you,
Terms,
you,
names.
they are used to old things, like when you said, or I would said, okay, I offering everyone free healing.
Yes.
I would get like 600 that wants to join. But if I use more technical terms like a session is created
Yeah.
for accelerating
Attunement.
your energy center
Yeah.
and fine tuning of your electromagnetic field and clearing of your old uh, energies that are not aligned with your missions. Many will not understand that fully because they are not used to new kinds of words. But these new kinds of words, it's the more accurate, because healing can mean like uh, somebody who can't walk and you do healing on him, and suddenly his pain is gone and he can walk. I don't do that. I
No.
work with a uh, I I don't use too much new age terms.
Yes.
If you can understand, you know.
No. Yeah. I get what you're saying, and I love that. Acceleration and attunement. That's takes all the old energy out of it.
Mm.
You know, we use the word. Yeah, we use the word healing. It sounds like something's wrong. You know what I mean?
Uh, uh, if with your permission, can I uh, give you some? Can I give you some downloads from the higher council that governs the solar system here?
Yeah. I just wrote that on here. So evidently there, yes, you can. Yes.
So it will just take few minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and you can, if you want, just say I accept to have downloads from the higher councils that governs this solar system, and I would love to be in service for the higher council, because the higher council, they guides the evolution in the solar system, reincarnation cycles, with the other higher councils in different solar systems.
Yeah.
So
they showed me that too. They showed me.
I love you, brother.
They showed
I
that
love
to
you,
me.
brother.
Yeah, I accept. Let's go ahead. We're supposed to do this because they told me just a few minutes ago. Okay.
Okay, just it will take 5 minutes.
Yes.
If you're relaxed, I will just connect to the higher council, and you will receive codes, and just relax, and it can be tingling in the body, but you will feel the downloads.
Yeah.
And just the thing is that many who want to relax, they take a deep breath and then just let the breath out. But the thing is that you have to blow out everything, not take a breath in, because then you take the energies from surrounding into your body. You have to blow out all the energies. Just blow out all the energies and hold that. Just hold that, and just little that. Okay, now we start. Just close out, and now we start. That was powerful. You felt this.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
I feel that you are still trying to down. Just take a minute and just.
No, I got it. It's still integrating, but I got it. I felt it and I got it. And again, it started before you asked me.
Yes,
Again,
yes, I know.
So,
I know.
yeah. So, yeah.
So you don't need to tell what you felt, because it's very complicated downloads from the higher council, and there are not many people who I offer this to, because I actually honor your work for the humanity, and you have done so much work, and I feel your energy, brother. You are at your Atlantean soul. You are all Atlantean priest, and Morgan is Lemurian priest. That's, I don't know if you have felt that, because you have connection to with Atlantis, Lemuria, and also other star system, but your last many incarnation was here in Atlantis, and Morgan had many incarnations in Lemuria, and you tried to hold those continents together when this tumult or this conflict started.
Yeah.
And you're still on the same mission to gather those Atlantean souls, Lemurian souls on some level. I'm also Atlantean soul. The Altea was with Altea was one of the seeders of Atlantis, and the destruction of Atlantis was also caused by it. We took down Atlantis because of the shift that was going to happen would not happen if Atlantis would still be on Earth with all the technology to control the whole planet. Atlantis was meant to take down because it was a threat to the ascension of Gaia. Ascension of Gaia, it's important for the whole galaxy. It creates a ripple effect beyond this dimensional layer. So we, Altea, me, also I know I was part of the group that took down Atlantis.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm here, just to balance the energy connected to Altea, because it did create a ripple effect with the whole collective of Altea.
Yeah.
And I am here to balance energies and also to facilitate the shift in the galaxy. And to do that, the Earth is the center point.
Right.
For the whole,
That's
whole shift in galaxy.
That's right. Thank you.
So I don't think many know that shift is not taking place just on Earth. The shift is taking place though in the whole Milky Way galaxy, and galaxies cluster close to Milky Way galaxies. There are many galaxies, and when energy it's expanding in one location, it creates a ripple effect to nearby galaxies. So it's a galactic shift, is a shift on Earth, is a also shift in the creation in many levels. It's a big unique moment in this time frame. It's unique moment actually, my brother. So I hope I have seen and listened to some of your guest. They work more with humans, and they guide humans to find their true purpose on Earth. They guide humans to discover more about themselves, and give them encouragement. But when somebody asks me, Bilal, I feel stuck here and I need some help, I don't give encouragement like, oh, you are so powerful, you can do this, just trust yourself. I give more technical details. Start with raw food. You need to start exercising. You need to place your bed away from Curry line, Hartman line. You need to start drinking the noble water. It's very powerful water. I will cover that later. It's more powerful than white, stronger gold if you can program this right. I have seen so many things, and white powder gold. I love this,
Yeah.
but the thing is that you have to fast. You have to fast or just put 50 milligrams of high quality white powder gold. And the thing is that when you have white powder gold, it's it's not just take it. You have to program the
Yeah.
white powder gold with your intentions. It will make it 10 to 20 times stronger and produce effect that resemble low dose LSD
Yeah.
without confusion, because your color get brighter, your ear becomes, you can hear much uh,
Mm.
uh, different, uh, your you can pick up much more signals in the air, in
Yeah.
ears, not in the air. And your eyes, you see color more brighter,
Yeah.
you have more energy, you have totally clear mindset. That's the thing with the white powder gold. Then you can charge up that with your intention.
Yeah.
And to do that with your intention, you have to use the uh, inner ability of the inner layers of dimension, left and right rotation with use of light. It's very difficult. I feel like when we are done, we need to do a one more interview, and I will write down everything.
Okay.
And your I hope your listener can also have a paper and pen and write down the things uh, that will help them with upcoming change, because it's going to be much tougher. Every month we have a core crystal acceleration
Yeah.
that happened last month, when everyone was totally they had no energy, they had difficulty to breathe, they have lost motor skills, there was so much problems to adjust to that core crystal activation. And the recent core crystal activation we did in our session produced the same effect. And next month, on the 4th, 5th June, 3, 4, 5th July, it's June now, 3, 4, 5th July, we have next acceleration of core crystal, and I'm seeing this strong red mark, and I think it's connected to some kind of difficult period, because red, it's something that what I feel, it's something that will be very difficult for many people.
This is in July.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
And
then the integrations are usually around the 20th, 21st, 22nd, right?
The activation, exactly, it's in the first, in the start of month.
Right, right.
It's the 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
And that has been going on for a long time. And someone worked with 6 portals, 7 portals, 8 portals, so on. They work with those portals, but I work with the special sequence of the whole shift is based on harmonic algorithms. It's based on algorithmic pattern, and that is not connected to 6 gateway, 7 gateway, 8 gateway, 9 gateway. Is connected to the broader dimensional, because it's a dimensional shifting in galaxy, and that is not connected to only humans. Gateway 6, 7, 8. Still, those gateway can have effect, but the strongest effect are those that I have written down on coded message, because the thing is that people who follow me are those who are not so much in for encouragement, or people who need guidance with finding their true purpose. So people in this ground crew that I call the wise ancient ones are those who are already aligned with their missions and their service, and are more in advanced work.
Let me, yes, I understand exactly. And this brings up a question or a confirmation. So it's becoming so apparent to so many people what their purpose is and what their mission is. Okay. It seems to me that we're getting to a point. You said you do not follow governmental laws. You do not follow rules and regulations. You follow universal law, divine law.
Divine of the One.
And I think that it just seems to me that there's many people, as you're describing, as the ancient ones, are getting to a point now where we're going to be asked to do this. We're going to be asked. It's not so much that we're going to be asked, but we are going to know that this world can't harm us or hurt us, so to speak, and that we can follow universal law, and we will always be protected. Because this mission is very important. I don't know if that's a question. Can you just elaborate?
Brother, this mission is I get tears. I get tears when I talk about this. This mission is beyond comprehensions of many who still are awakened ones. This missions is this when the great central star in this Milky Way Galaxy crossed the threshold to 10 density wavelength, October 2017, end of October 2017, around 21st October 2017. And I use some herbal things
Yeah.
to just do my inner, to do this planetary work and so on. I just felt this new energy and a strong message that the galaxy has expanded to a new level, and I could feel that in my whole soul, my body, and I started to cry because this was confirmed later by two sources, channeled sources, and I don't read channeled information. I have just read some few, and that's Law of One, and it's one of the most complex channeled material that many can't grasp fully. And the Council of Nine, located in Saturn, can also give you more overview of Altea.
Yeah.
And the Law of One did confirm that the Council of Nine is it's secure uh, trans no channeling.
Yeah.
But information I receive from me is a light information. It's not channeling.
No.
You know, I have no university, no
I know.
graduation from school, anything. I spend most of my time decoding downloads given by my group Mind of Altea.
Yeah.
And I have done that for many years in stillness. And people try to also be in stillness and can't really tap into that. But the thing is that I'm a researcher. I have been in field of medicine, integrative medicine, alternative medicine, conventional medicine for now 20 years.
Yeah.
Same time with this quantum physics, everything, that how I work with my energies and so on. If I went to school, can you hear me, brother?
Here, was it me? Yeah, it's me. Oh, I froze up. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear, brother.
So would you like to do another show and cover some of these things, like you said, and write them down? You've got some great information, and I've got to get ready for the next show and a meeting. But I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, and I want to tell you, and also everyone that's here, and everyone on the replay, and everyone that's been present and so forthcoming from the multidimensional fields. I would say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for your work. Thank you, everybody, for your work. We're all doing the work, you know. And brother, it's an honor to be collaborating with you. Morgan and I are both very honored to be collaborating with you.
And brother, I also very honored because this is the first interview I ever given, and I don't think I will give more interview to other people, just you and Morgan, because it's not my thing to be public. I work in the background. My work is heavily monitored by secret military services, and they don't interfere with my work because I'm fully protected.
Yeah.
If I'm fully protected, and they in military services, they are in pact with entities connected to different Anunnaki fractions.
Yeah.
Anunnaki fractions is a galactic empire in 4 density fragmented empire that are in work in fight with, not fight with, they are in conflict with each other. So we will talk more about that and about upcoming change.
Yes.
And I told you I have a project. If this works out fully, you will have my fullest economic support with all the money you need, so we can just expand, because you have beautiful energy, you and Morgan. You know, I have sent messages and try to connect with many people, but being born in Pakistan, that's not a very spiritual country according to those ascending ones. And if somebody get a friend request from Bilal, and just take example, Sandra Walters, okay? I sent her a friend request, and I had this planetary facilitator, ancient wisdom holder, timeline coding, master gatekeeper. She didn't accept my request, and I asked my friend, who is Swedish with a Swedish name, and he don't have any things on his profile in his profile information. He just a normal guy, but he's Swedish, looking good, with some good. He had a t-shirt and looks good. He was directly accepted. The thing is that we still have many people in that have been subconscious programmed by TV.
Yeah.
So if I would have a name like Gandalf and do look like a Gandalf, she would accept me directly.
Yeah. I hear you, brother. Well, I hear you. I'm gonna have to go take a walk on the beach so I can integrate everything. It's been a beautiful 2 hours, and I look forward to the next time. And again, thank you very much on behalf of everybody for everything you're doing and for being with us today.
Thank you, brother. It's an honor to have this conversation with you, and you will always be in my heart. and we will see you next time. And I will talk more about this integrative medicine and
Absolutely. You take care, brother. See you
you
later.
too, brother. Love you, and give my best wishes to Morgan.
I will do that.
And your crew in the Soulogy studio, okay?
I will do that. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.